Hey everybody, Rod Baker, God and Rod. The thing I want to talk to you about today is sober-mindedness. I'm here in Yukon, Oklahoma, the last place of my last drunk. I had run out of fuel right there at that intersection. I was pulling people out of their cars trying to take their car and go to Surrey Hills and do some damage out there where my ex-wife at the time lived and her folks lived. And I was in a blackout. I was in a blackout drunk. It was right there. Now, fortunately for me, the police had arrested me. I wasn't in my car, so they couldn't get me DUI, but they got me for public drunk. Could have got me for assault. They could have got me for a lot more. But the thing about it is a couple of the police officers here in Yukon were guys that I had gone to school with. They were a little older than I was, but I'd gone to school with them. They arrested me, took me down to the jail, and next thing I knew, I woke up and I was in jail. I didn't have anything on but a pair of slacks and a tie, but they had taken the tie. I made a phone call to the guy that I worked for. I let him know that I wasn't going to ever work for him again and that, he could kiss my rear end. And he asked me a question. He asked me if I was willing to go with him somewhere. And somehow, I said, yeah. They let me write a hot check. Somehow they had gotten my checkbook out of the car, out of the vehicle that I was driving, and the police did, and they let me write a hot check. I even told them, this is going to be hot. I don't know when I can cover it. But they let me write a hot check and get myself out of jail. And that old boy that I worked for met me down at the Pizza Hut here in Yukon. He helped me get my vehicle out, took me to my house, get a shower, and while we were sitting there waiting on my vehicle, he asked me a question. He said, "Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired?" I said, "Kenny, I'm so sick of it, I can't stand it anymore." He said, "Good." So after I cleaned up, he took me to my first Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. 25 years later, I'm viewing it from a whole different place in life. We're living in a moment in time when it may seem like freedoms are being taken, but there's freedoms being added. You can go down and get you a little marijuana card and buy you a little marijuana. I heard some fella talking today on the TV about hallucinogenics and home therapy. Are we so afraid of what we might think of ourselves that we refuse to be sober-minded? That we refuse to even give it a try? Make a little effort at it. Just giving God a shot. Just giving him one shot. He do his part, we do our part. If I told you that you would have peace beyond all understanding if you just try being sober-minded, would you believe me? Would you even be willing to try it? Would you test it? The good life awaits you. But you're not ever going to have that good life until you face yourself squarely. And it starts with being sober-minded. That's part of my story. Hopefully someday you'll be going back to the place that your last drunk was, or that your last high was. and you'll look at it from a whole different view. A view of sober-mindedness. Good day.